The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. The Red Bull driver will be keen to make the most of this race.
A second place start for them today. They'll be aiming for a podium, but could they even sneak the win?
That's very possible. Grin
Certainly be a good
is in
race,
10th
folks.
place. It is raining. It's Inter's weather, so this is going to be about
We're moments away now
when we change tyres.
Grand Prix.
Vermilion on pole.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
They're all tentative. Dark side up into second. Got Lewis and Bohr. Is it Lewis and Bohr? Lewis and Robbo side by side as well. Everyone's very tentative. Grin's got up to 9th, he's overtaken Falsey. Which is bad news for me. And everyone's creeping around. This could be a zero stop race, by the way. That is what the strategists are calling. As you can see, 0 stops, so this could be a real entrenched race. So Vermilion basically is in the pound seats. Let's see where Grin's at. There's a Drummy also overtakes Falsey. In fact, Falsey's lost a couple there.
Right, we're at turn 9. That's the location for this one. There's the opening. And that's 10th place and up into the points.
And then it leaves another one there to the to Floyd Freak straight after. He's now looking at Drummy. Right, let's switch. So yeah, Falsey's the one looking like he's closest to overtaking someone. Jenny the Star is watching him. Sizing him up, but it's that corner's a tricky one. Grin meanwhile is looking at Jimbo Django. And seeing what he can do here. Right, I think we're timed 2 times. Let's get this race going. See, is there anything to the hairpin? Up the inside of Jimbo Django there. Is he going to let it go? He keeps looking. Oh! And that was close. Grin almost pushed him into the wall of champions there. And yeah, Grin holding hard onto that 8th place. I think Falsey just lost a place to Return of the Star.
Right then, you can take a look now. Right, we're taking the second corner. It's there for the taking.
Falsey fights back into turn 1, but yeah, Return of the Star takes the second corner, runs it out wide. Falsey will have nowhere to go. That puts him up into 11th. Meanwhile, Dark Side by 182, catching up Vermilion. This is for the race lead. That is the championship leading car, that RB. Captain Red Dog, though, is now going to try and make the most of that mistake. He's gone the fastest lap. And now we're just a little bit of time. I'm just going to put a little bit of deploy on these. He's looking around the outside of the hairpin's tough. And yeah, the traction off that corner was really slow there for Captain Red Dog. Dark Side looks like he'll be able to potentially pounce here, looking at the first corner. We'll jump ahead. Fastest lap now for Lewis D. Lewis D had an absolute mare again this weekend. He had a mechanical issue, made him retire at P1. It was only practice, but the gremlins are all on his side of the garage, which he will not be happy about. The cars are very close at this point. Tyre strategy, yeah, it's all... These tyres have got very good longevity and no one's pushing them too hard. Although there's a little bit of spread as he follows Satriales between the two Red Bulls. Ball's now gone fastest, down in 6th place. So he's not too far behind this pack. And these tyres are now overheating. Henke was sizing up Falsey there. He's looking at him again now. Can you do anything here? Yeah, that's half looking to turn one, but it's not enough there for the Williams driver. Vermillion still our leader. And we'll see if anyone can do anything here. Grin, I just missed it. Grin's just taken Robbo for position. This must have been to the hairpin. Grin, yeah, he's got the field worried, and now he's looking at Ball, who's one of his championship contenders. Although Ball didn't score out last time out, so. But the Aston Martin, one of the stronger cars we're expecting this weekend. Hassan Williams to be in the other two. As it is, stuff going on with Satriales ahead. I just saw Dark Side had a little look at that first corner, but nothing much going on there in the end. Looking back from Vermillion now, Dark Side by is having a look and see what he can do. Peter Chris got Imra Hill. This is back for 20th position.
Following the Alpine. The gap opens up for them.
Yeah. Imra Hill just got kind of suckered into that queue, and Peter Chris took the opportunity up the inside,
That's a great
foot down.
move by the Alpine.
Good little move there. Fifth to 7th, all separated by a couple of seconds, and then there's a 2-second gap back to Robbo. He's kind of running on his own. You can sort of see it there. Even so, Robbo's not quite far behind this pack. Tyre life wise, yeah, Lewis not doing so great. Funnily enough, the Haas has got really poor tyre preservation. It's got 91% there, so running that clean air is really paying off of Vermillion. But there is a little bit of spread happening down to the back of the field. Including my man, who now is going to have to push because that's just not good enough. How's Falsey's now a queue as well. As we see Kutuf making the most of that, getting around Mini E in the background. Mini E shaping up and seeing if he can do anything behind. Devlin having to be careful there with Neocortex looking at him as well. Red Dog. You can sense he must be frustrated here in third. You can see the lead in front of him and he just cannot seem to make headway. Imriel gets Peter Chris back. Similar move back on what Peter Chris did earlier. Imriel back into 20th. I might have to just switch him back to neutral and switch it back to neutral. Oh! What happened there?
We're approaching turn 2.
We're on board.
Oh no, that's not how to do it. Not a mistake they'll want to make again.
Imriel's saying this spun. I wasn't sure if he got pushed there. But that's overheated his tyres slightly. That's Imriel's race pretty much. Done. There is a strategy offered where we go in 2 sets of inters. And I'm kind of on board at this point. Imriel's got nothing to lose. Let's see if a double inter strategy can pay off. Full attack. Vermilion running this race like it's Monaco, pacing the field. Although he's got a lead here now, he's put his. I say that and then he puts a gap on the field. This is actually going to be Captain's best opportunity. Oh, and he gets around, he gets close to the wall, but he gets around, and now he's going to hold it. Dark side by 182. Struggling. Vermilion putting the fastest lap to create that 2.5 second gap. And yeah, he's going to see if he can make his break now. The field we expect will start to spread out. As we see Drummy taking half a look at Robbo. McLaren in 9th. Board's looking at Saturales ahead. Red Dog now the fastest lap. He's closed the gap to the leader to half a second. Let's jump on board there. The Red Bull driver is looking racy. Goes from the outside, switches to the inside. There's the doors closed by Vermilion. He's now into this back straight. Slipstream. He's going to switch to the inside. Thinks better of it into the chicane. Track is dry. Nah. I'm going to stay out. That's it's just going to get wetter again. Is anyone going to take this opportunity? Red Dog got past when I wasn't looking, but you hopefully saw that on screen. And Lewis is now in third as well, so the Red Bull's looking to try and do a 1-2 here, get their Constructors' Championship back on track. Mini E's overtaken Falsey, we'll have a look at that.
Now this is what happened as they took turn 8. The opportunity's there. That's a great move by the Alpine.
There is an argument, isn't there, to switch to dries here. Imriel, are you feeling it? Right. Let's just watch the 0.94 and just see where we go. Kutuf in the Mercedes, from a long way back it seems. DRS. And yet he gets himself up to 15th here in Montreal. The track is dry. Minity and Kutuf, like they were racing there for position. Kutuf got ahead of him. So Kutuf's on the move. It's starting to rain a little bit more. 0.97 doesn't feel like it was the right move. Meanwhile, Lewis D overtakes Captain. Captain's going slow. It's taken by Grin as well. Grin now up into the podiums, which is devastating from my point of view. But the Captain is just slow. Vermilion overtaken by Lewis D as well. What's happened? As Falsey overtakes Kutuf. Track's back to damp. No idea now what the track line is. You can push 26.3, okay. No. Right, if that comes under 26, we're okay, but that looks like it's going long. Lewis D. Well, I'm assuming he's got new parts in that car, and that's making the difference, but on he's pushed. Grin got the Vermilion. I just saw that on the track. On the side of the track, I didn't see it. Went 1 time, that's not good. Let's see how that goes. Imrail loses like 4 seconds a lap.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Gonna have 3 laps of pain here, and hopefully we can start getting something back for Imrail. Vermilion falling away as well. I don't know what's happening with these front runners. We just seem to have lost a lot of pace from Vermilion. I get Captain Red Dog's now back on it. Grin's now hunting down Lewis D. The leaders are up to 1 minute 8. Oh no, that's just its lifetime. Red Dog had a look into that final corner, didn't quite pull it off. Grin's looking at Lewis. See, Satrialis is looking pretty close to Robbo on the side as well. We'll just go through this DRS section. Doesn't happen. To the hairpin. He looks, oh, half a nose. Could have lost his wing there, Grin. He didn't. Satrialis almost on Robbo, not quite. We'll switch back to the leaders. The rain's intensify, which is making my Ibrahim dice roll worse. Oh, and it's a safety car. Falsey's heating his engine. He's burning through his tyres now. Those are going to, maybe that's what happened. Maybe people have, their tyres have overheated. They just lap. Oh no, I'm lapped. Safety car can't even save me now. It is getting drier, but not enough. Right in rail, your time to shine. Deploy. Attack. We're going to have to get you back off this tyre in a minute. .9. Okay, this is as good as it's going to get. But there's Grin. Oh my god, they are going to collide. They have to at some point, surely. DRS now. Grin into the lead. Lewis D. Not much you can do. He tries to make a nuisance of himself into the final corner. But Grin now pulling away. What's Emil doing? Falsey gets him in the ears, look at that.
Now this was on the straight. It's certainly inviting. And the overtake is made.
So Imra Hill, maximum attack. What have you got for me, mate? You did 131 last time round. Tyres are good. Engine's good. No. No, this hasn't worked. Disappointing. Back to the race. Lewis D. Now back to Grin. He's getting close. It's his turn to come in. This is giving Vermillion a chance to catch up. Red Dog's dropped behind 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Lewis D into the inside, into the final chicane. He's going wide, and Grin gives him just enough space. Vermillion tries to go around the outside. Doesn't quite do it, but it was 3 abreast almost there into the straight. And now it's Grin's turn to try and catch back up and see what he can do. Falsey now on the move. His cooldown tyres seem to be helping.
Now we're watching the action closely here. They decide to give it a go.
And the GRcade car overtaking that Williams, a Ferrari behind, looking like it's also sizing up. Henke didn't manage to do it. Has it done it here? Looked like it was late. Henke now is going back past Falsey, which he's done. Just missed it in the camera angle. And then they'll come into the back of the DRS. They're just a little bit behind return of the start. Although even up there, there's overtakes going on. Lots of action. Okay, Emil, let's pit you again. Maybe it worked on softer tyres, I don't know, but it hasn't worked as is. So we'll bring him in. Falsey now. Back ahead of Henke. Track's gone back to damp. Henke now. Just keep in there. Turn 1 is on the outside into turn 2. There's a yellow flag somewhere for some reason. Ball went right at turn 4.
Here
I
we've
think he
got
had
the
a gap
Aston
to
Martin
Robbo behind him.
and they just can't keep on the track.
Not
But all being
too
well,
bad.
and fingers
Could have been
crossed,
worse.
no lasting damage.
In real, without the very real risk of going 2 laps down, that's all on me. Up and down the grid, we've got Floyd Freak trying to get the last points position from Jimbo Django. Return of the Star behind. He's close now. Can he do something with the... Is DRS still up with him with damp? No. No, not close enough this time round. But he's gone off at this corner. Not paying enough attention. That's now given Return of the Star and Falsey an opening. Given that I've got Falsey in full attack mode, he's going to take the opportunity, use it to go around Return of the Star. He's just dropping behind. And he's going to run out here. So he's got to make it work now because he's not going to have the power out of this final bit. And as you can see, Floyd Freak gets the position back. Might give him a little bit of tyre here. Falsey looked to the inside of the chicane there, 4 better of it. He's going to try and... No, again, still can't. He's looking to be out of the hot air. But without DRS, I think he's going to struggle. And without the ERS overspeed. Can he do? I think he's going to run out of space before the chicane. Around the outside in turn 2 is tricky. Yeah, Floyd Freak being fair and giving him just enough space. Falsey pushes his way through around the outside there. They're side by side into this portion. And they continue. They're going to go all the way to the hairpin. Floyd Freak's going to be on the inside for the hairpin. Falsey's got to try and carry the overspeed. Satriali's is now... Henke, sorry, is now getting to the back of this. Lewis D with the fastest lap, meanwhile, looking to see if he can catch Grin at the lead. Henke's now looking to see what he can do. And Falsey tries again. Oh, and Floyd Freak just gets a little bit spooked, goes a little bit too far to the inside of that corner. And yeah, now Falsey's got ahead. This is now giving Floyd Freak the opportunity to come back at him and use a slipstream to his benefit. He's going around the outside of the hairpin. It's not happening. But he's got a lot of ERS and he's right into the wheel tracks. And this could go on for laps. This is for 11th place. Oh! Floyd Freak fell back a little bit. Not sure what happened there. Right, I'm going to need you to top up. I know it's tricky, but if I'm going to push you away, I need you to have something in the tank. Ball's looking at the back of Drummy. As Lewis D pits. Well, I did say that a 2-stop strategy was an option here. I didn't think anyone was going to deploy. But here we are. Lewis D into the pits. Where's that dropping back? I mean, the pace of the front runners has just accelerated because they've had a massive gap to fall into. It's only dropped it to 7. He did go, yeah, he went into this. And Grin now have an 8-second lead. The man's impervious. As far as stats go, he's average stats. Not the guy with the top stats, but for whatever reason, and same for his engineer, but for whatever reason that car just seems to be nailed on and just be right for every single track we go to. Not sure why, but Grin always seems to be there at the top. Vermillion's 8 seconds behind, Captain Red Dog a further 4 seconds back. Tyre wise, they're all looking pretty decent. Flowfreak's got Falsey back.
Now look, here we head into turn 2. Can they squeeze by?
Very much a squeak by, he does it. Meanwhile, Lewis D, even though he's out on these fresh tyres, unless he's taken these places, but I don't think he did, it's Falsey gets the place back. Sure, Drummy gets past Bort, means he must have lost the place previously. Satrial is seeing what he can do here, but Lewis D is expected to be going faster, to be honest. Turn the star with a mechanical fault.
But the car's definitely not happy.
So this seems to be getting worse. The Ferrari driver drops down the grid. Well, yeah, Devlin's now just got past him. Neo Cortez is going to make short work of him. Not quite, not with the DRS now open. Oh yeah, DRS is now open. The DRS is now open, that's not a problem for us. As Flowfreak gets back again. We're alongside, which one of us is going to get the ERS? It's absolute traffic jam behind, find my words. Falsey's managed to pull a bit of a gap. 0.7 is not going to be enough. We're going to see Flowfreak catch back up. Second DRS here into turn 1. He tries to go around the outside. Well, he does. He's made that stick. And Falsey muscles his way back again into turn 3. But he's just going to be exposed again. Coming to this corner, I think. I have a little bit more tyre I can give. I have a little bit of fuel. Yeah, let's go with that for a bit. We'll worry about it later. Let's go watch someone else. Satrial is half a second from Robbo, who is then very close to Lewis D, who's looking at Drummy's looking at Ball into the pits. Let's see how the Aston Martin pit crew do for the 52 car. It looked a little slow. We're back to damp conditions. He was under inters, right? Yeah. And he's dropped back by Mini E and Kutuf. We're not seeing massively fast. I mean, 21 5. So Lewis D is fast. Well, he did have DRS last time round. So what is he in open air? Standard pace. So the new rubber not giving anyone any great advantage. Yeah, I'm going to burn through this tyre and all that fuel just to stay ahead here. I've got to hope that Henke and Floyd Freak trip over each other and give Falsey a lead. And everyone's settled into a little bit of a routine. Henke got past Floyd Freak. That might give him Falsey what he needs, just a slight gap. Not quite. Henke's now into half a second on Floyd Freak. We got a yellow flag. Floyd Freak did catch it in the background. He's had an issue around turn 1, 2. He spun.
Right, we're taking the second corner. That's it, that's the spin. Oh, dearie me, you don't want to be doing that.
That's dropped him down to 16th. Poor Imre Hill. I will just cool those tyres down a little bit for a while. Right, Red Dog on the attack has decided it's time to catch Vermilion. Lewis D exactly the same. He's now to back a dark side by Falsey's overtaken Henke. Well, that means he lost the place, so I'll leave it. As we see Lewis D side by side with Dark Side, going to try and go up the inside here. We can see Robbo doing the same with Drumstick in the back. And Lewis D's now going to see if he can come back. I think Drum's going to see if he can come back too, but he's got less of a chance. Go side by side. It's clean. We're going into the first corner. This has given Robbo an opportunity. Robbo's looking to see what he can capitalise on. Now Darkside has been overtaken and he's now right behind that RB. And Lewis is using the opportunity just to drive away. He's not quite out of DRS here. So Darkside, we don't have DRS because it's damp. But he's close enough for slipstream, you would guess. Robbo's just not quite there yet, is he? Closes in for that 1-2 corner. But no. Kind of disappears off. I've totally overheated these tyres now. I'm not sure if they're giving the grip they're supposed to. I'm going to have to cool off for a bit and we're going to get caught here. Is what it is. Nothing I can do. That needs to happen. You still got loads of fuel. Your tyres are fine. We've got a yellow flag. I didn't see what it was. Peter Crisp, down in 20th.
Let's have a look here as we go into turn 8. The brakes couldn't cope, and hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
Not too bad there. Robbo staying close here for Dark Side by 182. Okay. Without the ERS is going to struggle. Yeah. And we're not expecting that to really activate again until the last 5 or 10 laps, and that's the next question really. 5 laps from the end, is it worth? I mean, it wasn't really worth it here. 7 laps. It's 22 seconds in the pit lane. got to do the overtakes as well. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I mean, I'll do Montreal for the sake of it, but the rest of them, I'm not sure who else that'd be worth doing it for. Well, this battle for the final point still seems to be the big battle. No one's looking that dicey on tyre life. Floyd Freak maybe on his 52. And Peter Crisp on 54. Jam Master J 54 possibly. I'd say 58 was still good tyre, yeah. Okay, we're at 63 here. I'm not sure anyone's going to be making an overtake anytime soon with the track as it is. No, okay, let's just get this moving. I say that. Captain Red Dog's got around Vermilion. These guys are close now. What are they like tyres wise? The same. Now, is the captain going to be able to get away, or is Vermilion now going to be able to stay with him? Now, it looks like everyone's pretty calm in their rhythms. Drummer's watching Robbo stuck behind Dark Side B182. We need a weather change. Has that weather come forward? A little bit, it has. That's 10 minutes clear skies, 6 minutes partly cloudy. Oh, I'm not sure here. AI's on hard. The AI will make the right call. Robbo's staying close. Might as well attack, mate. You ain't keeping these tyres to the end. It's tricky. For 10 laps, it's worth it, I reckon. If you're getting 2 seconds a lap, that'd be worth it. It's currently getting wetter. $15 laps to go. Dark Cyber's got ahead of Robbo now. There's a nice 3-second gap there. Now it's Drummy making the overtake. And he's got past Robbo there. Enki meanwhile sticking with Robbo. It's bright, you can see the sunshine now. Red Dog, is he closing? No, it looks like it's going long now. Looked like he was closing on Grin. It looks dry. I'm told it's 1.7 on track. That's tricky. That's a tricky choice. 22 seconds puts me out. Tyre life might be a decider here. The rain has stopped yet, right? You can't attack anymore. You're going to burn these tyres. The tyres are going to burn. This is where your Lewis D's are strong. They can hold out easier. Seen it tick. 10 laps. This is where I said you would do it. Imrahil can around that. He's not going to get there at the right time. No one's coming in. Lewis D in a 1:19.9. He's now flying, and he takes over his teammate. And he's going to. Lewis D's looking really hot here. Yeah, Imrahil's burning through his tyres. You're now going to have to conserve them. Still too wet. Right, Imrahil. Your race is done. Soft. Banzai to the end. Henke's finally got ahead of Falsey. It's a bit too pit stop, surely. Right, no. I'll roll it. I'll roll. I mean, we're out, right? So. We can roll these dice. Imrahil, your tyres are too cold. He's getting absolutely mugged off there. It's a lap too early. He's also getting lapped, doesn't help. Falsey's on lead lap. So his tyres warm if I let him deploy. I was going to say, look at his speed there, but I don't think it was that much faster. People are pitting. Satral is in. Jimbo Django in. Jam Master J, Neo Cortex. Where they're going to come out versus my man behind for most of them. Falsey now goes around. Right, let's not push that. You're going to have to you probably can push that still. And these tyres you can go hard on. The leaders are in. We've shown them the way. The race has just woken up. Falsey gets around Jimbo Django. He's going to have to push. Because all the leaders have come in, they've all basically maintained position. Cheeky Devlin stayed out. He's going to try and hold into for 7th here. Falsey for 1:16.2 versus... I can't see anyone who was normally in. Don't have a fastest lap on here, do I? A 1:22.2, let's say for Cheeky, he stayed out. And Falsey's back into the points. That paid off. It's like, I know how to race. Okay, we can't keep burning through though. Meanwhile, did Lewis stay out? He went a lap earlier. That's put him right behind the leader. We're going to stay here. because this is where the real race is happening. You've got loads of fuel you can push. Let's ride aboard. Lewis is looking at Grin. He needs to stay in that DRS zone. And he could cause the big upset for that perfect season. Grin with his fastest lap. Lewis has got a mechanical. The man has no luck.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
I'm not going to replay those. You can never tell what the mechanical fault is. But he's close. DRS here. Into the inside. Can he take the lead? He can't quite. He's looking at the inside. No. Grin just parking his car in a really difficult place for Lewis here. Lewis is sitting there. He's got DRS. He's going to try up the inside. That goes to the outside for turn 2, but he's really late on the brakes. He's taking the position. But now Grin's looking at him, and Lewis has got damage, mechanical faults, and he's doing just enough now. Lewis just needs to be in the run-in. Oh, sled! Lewis around the outside. Who gets DRS for this? Grin knows the best way to make the most of his weapons. He gets it again because it's a double section. And there he goes. Let's go to interval. Let's see what's going on. Robbo is chasing down GRcade by 182. Although he himself just set the fastest lap. Boar, meanwhile, looking like a final point from Jimbo Django. Did Devlin ever pit? Yeah, Devlin's on. Everyone's pit surely now. Three laps to go. What can Lewis do? It's bone dry out there now. Oh, I've gone way too fast with Imra. What's the point? He's not going to. I'm burning for his tyres too much. Lewis to the right, to the left. He's alongside. He's just left. He's such a gentleman racer as Lewis. He's got his mechanical, and he leaves quite just enough room for Grin. But now surely he's coming back with the DRS here. This is going to be a race to the line, surely. His Grin's going to close up now on this back straight. You know, that's a big lead. Can Lewis do it? Oh, it looked like Grin got very close to the wall there. It's on to the final lap. We don't want the final lap. Let's keep going. We're right on board with Grin. He's got Lewis's traction's probably just good enough to size up for a look here. Lewis is covering it. That's a full defend there from Lewis D. Now he's going to try and go to the outside. This final corner switches to the inside. Lewis D just closes him out. The crowd's going wild for Lewis. Can the Red Bull driver get it to the line? Meanwhile, there's a fight in front of us. The Alpine, but yeah, Lewis D is just parking his car. He brake checks Grin at the final chicane. It's a traction race for the line. There's going to be less than a 10. There's no Grin on the line. Grin takes the win on the line by 0.000 seconds. Let's watch that again.
It's a win for RB.
hearts are broken across the championship. Green
I don't think
maintains.
anyone could be disappointed with a race like that. A consummate professional through and through.
Green maintains perfect record. Right, I probably should look at other things going on, but I'm speechless. Robbo's going to come over 7th, Saturales in 8th, Falsey gaining an extra place and a point based on the going first effectively on those tyres. Jimbo Django finishes 10th for McLaren, stopping Bohr from scoring points as Aston Martin. We're very disappointed with that. We expected more from that. Saturale is a good result in 8th. James Vowles basically saying that Saturale hasn't done enough prior to this race. Sure, he'll have changed his views on that. 2 Red Bulls on the podium. Be one very disappointed Lewis. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be some really deep conversations in the team, Red Bull teams at the end of the day today.
Carew, what a brilliant drive we just witnessed there.
I tell you what.
So the results, Grin Without the Cat is first. In the end, it is defined as 0.02 lead over Lewis D. Race to the finish. Captain Red Dog, fastest lap and third, so you'll get 16 points. Vermilion down 3 positions in the Haas, he's 4th. Drummy in 5th. The other RB down in 6th. Robbo in his Aston Martin in 7th. So that's a good result for them, as it is for Saturales in 8th. Falsey in 9th, making the most of that early stop, but effectively only finishing where he qualified. Shy Guy 64 will probably be happy with that because he was expecting a GRcade to be about 15th. Jimbo Django in the other McLaren gets 10th. Meanwhile, Jam Master J, big 7 places up, but still not enough to get into the points. Floyd Freak down 5, not too happy there. Mildew climbing, but started plumb last. And Return of the Star, really unlucky, and Imra Hill has a really bad strategy team, which I am part of. Looking at the drivers, Grin Without the Cat extends his lead to 101 points, twice the number of points of anybody else. Given the season, has a maximum of 208 points. I think he's pretty much nailed this down. Captain Red Dog in 2nd. Drummy up to 3rd now that Bohr didn't score. And it's closed up between Falsey and Darkside B182, who scored the 8 points there. Lewis D jumping up 4 places with his 18 in the Red Bull. Jimbo Django with the 1 point, drops down 1 position. Vermilion's going to be happy with that result, getting an extra 12 points. Mildew in 10th without scoring. As we look further down the grid, points for Robbo jumps up to 13th, and points for Saturales puts him equal with his teammate Henke. But we still have 4 drivers yet to score, both the Saubers and the Alpines, which will mean they're 9th and 10th. RB ahead, but scored 1 less point than Red Bull, who are now a strong 2nd in the championship. McLaren in 3rd, release is consolidated. Aston Martin now jumping ahead of GRcade Racing, they're 6 points to 2, and the Haas jumping the Ferrari and Mercedes, who did not score. I usually stop there, but actually there's a whole other screen you can do. I always forget this. Fastest pit stops went to Victor Mildew. Return of the Star was 2nd there. We were 2nd at 1 point, but I guess that's before everyone pitted. We didn't score points there, and therefore for this particular championship, as little as it matters, McLaren are 1st, Red Bull 2nd, RB jumped up 4 places today, put them 3rd, Williams 4th, the Alpine in 6th, and this is still no better hunting ground for Kick Sauber, joint last with GRcade Racing. Right, next time it is Austria, I check this time, so I'll see you then for the Austrian Grand Prix.